So today, doing a full strip down on a Worcester 28i Junior. So we've got 2 screws in the case underneath there, 2 screws on the top, the case will come off. The miles away, mate. So we're just going to strip this burner out, 13mm nut on the top there, disconnect the gas connections, fan connections, electricals, and that'll just rotate round and that'll come out. We're miles away. All the new houses, see, this is how the government have kind of sold it to you. Fit this new air source heat pump, everything will be amazing. There's no different to fitting a combi boiler. You can go out and fit an A-rated combi boiler. If you haven't set the system up properly, you're not going to get the efficiency from the boiler, and that's where everybody falls down. So that's how there's air source heat pumps in now. I had one in a house I lived in before, 10 years ago, Mitsubishi Ecodan, and the unit was great, it was reliable. However, the rest of the system wasn't sized correctly, it wasn't piped correctly, so it became an inefficient system, if that makes sense. But had it been set up right, I had no issues during the summer. It was peanuts to run. During the winter, it became expensive because they hadn't sized the pipes correct to the radiators. They hadn't sized the radiators correctly, so I couldn't keep my house warm enough. So the cop kind of changed on it, so it was inefficient. But that's where, like all these new houses, everybody thinks that they're going to be able to fit an air source heat pump to a new house, and they're not, because they run 10mm pipe work to all the radiators, and you need 15mm to achieve proper flow rates and stuff like that. It's not going to work.
Well, the other thing you need, I would think, especially with the ground source ones, is you're going to need a bit of land with them.
You need a bit of land, you need a bit of money to install it. The other thing is, with renewables, the idea of a renewable energy is to reduce carbon footprint, not to pay the customer back. And that's how people kind of look at it. They look at the return they're going to get on it. Well, I'm not doing it because there's no return on it, but it's not designed to give you a return. In theory, yes, there are some benefits, there are some tariffs you can get involved with, but on a whole, renewable energy is about reducing carbon footprint, not making it, you know, pay yourself back, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, this boiler's been on, I'll just wait for it to cool down a little minute. It's quite simple. Sometimes you get a fan plug that doesn't want to come off. I think this is one of them. It's like the clips are missing from the back or something. I'm sure I had a problem with this last time. I'm just going to need 2 hands in a minute. You're alright, mate, I'm up for a minute. I'll get that connection off there. There's a little clip on the earth you slide off. 13mm, you better with a ratchet. Don't fully take the clip off to start with, spin it to there and clamp it back down. Hold on a second, just gonna clamp that back down, and it just holds the plate steady while you're getting there. It's hot. Okay, let's just try and get this fan connection out. I don't know why it looks like that. I struggled with it last time. We'll spin it out, get it. See how it's located in there, look on the front. Yeah. That's how we all do it. That's it. So there don't seem to be no clips or anything on the back of that. Right, so we twisted the fan out, got the fan connection off. Those 2 little clips there and there was just holding it in. So next, this is hot up here. Twist these leads off. can be a bit of a pain sometimes to get off. I find if you twist them, it's hot. There we go. Last one. Okay. Just going to let this cool down for a minute because that's red hot. We're going to change that radiator valve while we're waiting. So I'll just remove the plate off the top, it holds the electrodes down. What happens on these normally, they split around there. You see where the white is on the metal there? That's where it starts splitting. And that split spreads all the way across there. Before you know it, your gasket's completely gone. And then you've got flame popping out the top of your heat exchanger there. And also this electrode here just whistles away till it's like a fine point at the end. That's your detection electrode. That's going to start giving you an EA fault, that is, if that happens. So if you're doing full strip down, you can get that as a pack. There's my bucket. If you need a pack with the electrodes in, you can just seal on its own. It's worth having both. Sometimes you don't always need to open that, it's just a seal that you need. Okay, so the burnout lifts up. You're going to turn it sideways. And you've got to rotate it down there. You'll struggle to get it, well, unless it's just me, you'll struggle to get it out any other way. And then, there's my bucket done. Where's all the bits gone? Should be able to see the baffles in there. See that?
Yeah.
That comes out with a tool. Let's see if I can do it for me. That. Come out same way through there. There we go, that's going to come up. Okay, so you can see inside the hex now. All the crap that's in there at the bottom.
The new ones?
Not really. Just old copper's better than new copper. Oh, it was me with the settings. Okay. I am a techie person.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just clean the baffles out. They're going back in now. Okay, looking a bit cleaner. Yeah, I've got to phone him actually. There's nothing wrong with the boiler, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was diverter valve motor was kind of stuck.
Okay.
So it's sensing the hot water coming on for heating. Sensing the hot water. But it was just diverting all the heat down the heating circuit. Let's see what screwdriver this is. Yeah, diverting all the heat. So took it off, checked the voltage to it. The voltage was fine. Put it back on, it worked. But the plate heat exchanger's got a wide temperature differential. So we're just replacing the burner seal. We're just trying to get this little heat defector plate off. some little prongs in the centre. You're going to try and get them away from the electrodes, which will allow it to slide back up. And when it comes out one way, look. That spins around there, that goes over there. New seal. Right, is it? Is it? Yeah. That's the way, isn't it? Is it?
No, other way.
That's maybe a dime bar. Okay. New clamp back on. Where's it gone? There it is. Okay. So highest part first, look. Loop it through that, drop it round. That'll allow it to spin down. Okay. So the electrodes ready to go back in. Oosh. Okay, so that just clips off there with like a twist lock, and that's your bearing plate. Just make sure that's all in one piece. It's not uncommon for the sides to come off or melt. And it will dust out. The amount of times I forgot to put these electrodes on, and I like to slide my hand around the connection afterwards.
Which one's which? Does it make a difference?
I generally find the longer one fits the back. If you're ever unsure, what I generally used to do was I'd mark things up with a Sharpie. Just put a dot on it or a dash so you knew where it went. So CO2 is just a touch high to adjust this gas valve. So clockwise, decrease CO2 and high. 2.5 now up here on top of the gas valve. Slowly coming back down there. So you'll get a problem with this boiler, you can do, where your hot water can be poor, and that's because the heat exchanger is blocked and this is backing off. The fan pressure will be out and it won't achieve maximum gas rate because the heat exchanger is blocked. So it's important to be able to know to take it all apart, because that can fix some of your problems. A lot of the problems I go to on these are maintenance issues. If you're getting low pressure readings, that'll be in the book what reading you need. If you're getting a low reading, you need to start investigating inside there.